Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is the World Wrestling Federation all month long for the month of June. And here we are with Spectrum Wrestling. That's right. We are in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Spectrum, and the PRISM Network is hosting Spectrum Wrestling. So let's go ahead and select PRISM for our broadcaster. There we go. We can save the selection. All right, so we are good to go. Let's take a look at our absent workers. Nothing but what is expected. And our backstage is Ricky Steamboat working with Scotty Williams, who is his protege. All right, one thing we have to pay attention to, our commentators are, there we go. We have Dick Graham and Craig DeGeorge, and Cal Rudman is going to do our interviews. And here we go. All right, so let's take a look at our card for this evening, everybody. And this is the real card. Absolutely 100% the real card. The only thing we've done is we've added one match, and that's the tag team match, where the Rougeaus are going to challenge the Hart Foundation for the World Tag Team title. Now, I see back in May, we had the Rougeaus against the new Dream Team. So why don't we make a change here? And why don't we put the Killer Bees in here? Yeah, we'll make that change. All right, so we're going to see Barry Horowitz against Brady Boone and Scott Casey against Rick Rude. Those are both going to be dark matches. We're going to see Lanny Poffo against Killer Khan. Outback Jack will face the one-man gang. Dangerous Danny Davis will battle George, the Animal Steel. Koko Ware is going to be in there against Nikolai Volkoff. Tama is in singles action against Rick Martel, who, as we know, just recently had his partner depart the WWF, and he is on his own in singles action now in a tag feud with the Islanders. We are going to see in the semi-main, the Killer Bees are going to challenge the Hart Foundation for the World Tag Team title. In our main event, everybody, Bruno Sammartino will challenge the Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. We're going to see a couple of promos. We will see a Honky Tonk Man promo, and we will also see a Bruno Sammartino promo. Everybody, with all that said, let's get to booking. All right, here we go with our first dark match. And of course, we have to change this to Dick Graham and Craig DeGeorge. And of course, they are partnered up with none other than none. So we indicate dark match here. And let me double check the match here. It is Horowitz versus Boone. And we know that Brady Boone is fatigued. and that's okay. So here's Barry Horowitz. Here is Brady Boone. And here is Boone with the win on this dark match. All right, so that one's in the books. Up next here, we have another dark match, another 5-minute bout. This one will be Scott Casey against Rick Rude. And these two have been wrestling around the country. Here is Scott Casey. And here is ravishing Rick Rude, who's still a while yet for making his television debut. Hence why he is once again on a dark match here. And Rick Rude will get the win, most likely with that Rude awakening. So here we go on to the regular card now. And I messed that up and did not change the commentators. All right, that one's good. This one is not. So we have Dick Graham here. And we have Craig DeGeorge. And we have none. Okay. All right, so we're ready for our first bout here, which is going to be Dick Graham, Craig DeGeorge, and none. And we are going to have Lanny Poffo against Killer Khan. They're going to go 8 minutes. Poffo versus Khan. And here is Leaping Lanny. And here is Killer Khan. And Killer Khan, of course, is going to get the win here, everybody. This one is in the books. Up next, we have a Honky Tonk Man promo. Honky Tonk Man cuts a promo. And here is Honky. He is talking to Cal Rudman. He's talking about his opponent for tonight, Bruno Sammartino, and he's also talking about the man he's engaged in a feud with, which is Ricky Steamboat. Of course, Sammartino and Steamboat are off screen. This one's based on entertainment. And we have Dick Graham here. We have Craig DeGeorge. We have none. And then we have this one booked. All right, up next here, Outback Jack against One Man Gang. And this is not going to go well for Outback Jack. One Man Gang is a force. I'm telling you, I know we talked about this a few shows ago, but that guy was the real deal. I hated him as a kid. Like bad heat, like hated him. And now that I'm older, I realize how good the guy was. All right, here's Outback Jack. Here is One Man Gang. And of course, the gang is going to go over here, everybody. He's managed by none other than Slick. All right, up next here, we have Dangerous Danny Davis and George, the Animal Steele. They are going to go 8 minutes. Davis versus Steele. And here is Dick Graham. Here is Craig DeGeorge. Here is none. All right, so Dangerous Danny Davis right there. We'll plug him in. Here is George the Animal Steele. Now, I'm not exactly sure who won this match, but George Steele's at the end of his career here, and Danny Davis needs wins to keep his feud interesting with Koko B. Ware. So we're going to have Dangerous Danny Davis get the win here, and of course it's going to come via interference from his manager, the Mouth South Jimmy Hart. And up next we have Koko B. Ware against Nikolai Volkoff, and they are going to go 10 minutes. Here we go, Ware versus Volkoff, and we have Dick Graham, we have Craig DeGeorge, and we have none. All right, so here is Koko B. Ware. Here is Nikolai Volkoff. And we're going to make this one interesting, and we're going to have Nikolai Volkoff get the win. And it's going to come via outside interference. And that's going to come via Danny Davis. That will help that feud continue and stay hot. All right, Tama versus Rick Martel is up next. And I've expressed to you on many occasions how high I think of Tama, and I also think the world of Rick Martel. Rick Martel was an excellent in-ring talent. Excellent in-ring talent. Both as a tag team wrestler and as a singles wrestler. He was fantastic. I really enjoyed when he made that comeback in like '98 with WCW. They put the World Television title on him. I thought it was really cool. I was enjoying that comeback. Unfortunately, he suffered that career ending injury. I can't remember exactly what the injury was, if he blew out his knee or whatever he did, but it was something. All right, Rick Martel here is going to get the victory. It's going to come by DQ, and it's going to come because Haku interfered. And again, we're setting up here for when Tito Santana becomes the new partner of Rick Martel. All right, up next, the match that did not really exist, but we are putting on here to complete the card. That is going to be the Killer Bees against the Hart Foundation. We can auto name this one. We just got to put the C in for the title for the Hearts. And here we go. The World Tag Team title is on the line, and we are going to have Jim Neidhart get the win. And this one again is going to come via manager interference. This was the way the WWF was, everybody. Ooh, I've been forgetting to adjust the commentators. Just forgot on this one. No problem. We caught it. That's the most important thing. Here's Dick Graham. Here is Craig the George. There is their partner, None. All right, so up next here we have Bruno Sammartino. And he is cutting a promo on the Honky Tonk Man. So here is Dick Graham. Here is Craig DeGeorge and their partner None. And we have Bruno Sammartino. He's talking to Cal Rudman. And he is talking about Honky Tonk Man. Not Brad Rangans, Bruno Sammartino. There we go. Entertainment off screen. Dick Graham, Craig DeGeorge. This one is booked, and now we have our big main event that's going to go 18 minutes. We are having Sammartino challenge the Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental Heavyweight title. So Sammartino's last run with the WWF. He would retire from the ring after this, although I think he did take a match or two here and there, but nothing even remotely regular. So here's Bruno Sammartino. Here is the Honky Tonk Man. The Intercontinental Heavyweight title is on the line. Bruno Sammartino is going to get the win. It's going to come via countout, and that was the real finish. And we can make this one an epic, since these two should have the psychology for it. All right, so we're booked here 110 minutes. Ready to go here, everybody. Let's start the show and see how we do. All right, Casey and and Casey, of course, falls prey to that rude awakening. 67 overall for this one. And we get some red text to doom here with Horowitz against Brady Boone. And was this not a pre-show match? Oh boy, I must have forgotten to click pre-show. Only a 21 for that one, not good. Poffo versus Killer Khan. Killer Khan gets the win with the diving knee drop. Up next, we have the Honky Tonk Man's promo, and he gets a 71 here with Cal Rudman. Lots of green. Green equals money. Good stuff. And up next here, we have Outback Jack, and he falls prey to one-man gang and his 747. The gang with the big win here. All right, Davis versus Steele. 70 and a 63 nets us a 66. And of course, Danny Davis gets the win by cheating. Supposed to be manager interference, but there wasn't. I wonder if Jimmy Hart is not assigned to Danny Davis. Let's double check that. Here we go. Nikolai Volkoff and Koko Ware, and Koko Ware loses to Nikolai Volkoff after Dangerous Danny Davis interferes, and we get a gain in heat from the interference of Davis and the ongoing feud. Not too many takeaways. Craig DeGeorge is not doing well as a commentator, apparently. A 75 overall on this one. And here we go. Rick Martel wins over DQ over Tama after Haku attacks. And again, we are setting up for the union of Rick Martel and Tito Santana. 79 overall, 93 and a 53. And here we go. The Killer Bees against the Harts, surprisingly only getting 82. All because of the commentary team? That's ridiculous. 83, 83, 97, 99. We get an 82. That is ridiculous. Look at all that bonus. Got like pages of bonus here. I don't know. A little bit of a screw job there. Let's see how the main event does. Ooh, we get a 100 promo for Bruno Sammartino. And again, people are going to criticize this, and adjustments have been made for 10.1. We're still playing 10.0. However, Sammartino in Philadelphia, they were going to go nuts. No doubt about it. All right, up next here we have Sammartino against the Honky Tonk Man. This main event gets us an 86. Good stuff. Sammartino gets the win, but not the title, but he still sends the fans home happy. All right, we're going to finish this one up here. Let's see how we do. 85 overall. We can make a speech. I'm going to give some credit to Bruno Sammartino. I'm also going to give some credit to Honky Tonk Man. And I'm also going to give some credit to Rick Martel on his own. So great performance by Bruno Sammartino. Good performance by Honky Tonk Man. And we're going to tell Rick Martel that he's awesome. So Bruno is pleased. Honky Tonk Man is pleased. And Rick Martel is pleased. And we're pleased. We did overall very well on that one. Coming up next year, we continue our tour, and we're heading down to Florida. Miami, Florida, to be exact. We're going to see Koko Ware against Honky Tonk Man in the main event. All right, let's see if we're ready to reload here yet. Not just yet. This is the Dazzler we're focusing on. Of course, I added her to the game after watching some old wrestling from the 80s. And let's see what we got going on here. Jake Roberts lives in the Mid-Atlantic region now. Okay. And Wrestling Spotlight got 109,000 viewers. BS, Superstars of Wrestling, got 4.6 million viewers. Probably way more than that, but that's okay. And Spectrum almost got us 500,000 viewers. And I'll take it. Brady Boone, of course, is still tired, and that's expected. And here we got ourselves a new enhancement talent in Ricky Reed. So we'll go ahead and punch him in here to enhancement. And that one's good to go. Take a quick look around the game world here. Click the wrong thing, sorry. See if anything catches our eye. Klaus Valdes has won the Summer Catch title. Good for him. How old's old Klaus here? He's 34. Fair enough. Earthquake Ferris blew off a show for Pacific Northwest Wrestling. Man. World Championship Wrestling was last night. Dusty Rhodes in the main. All enhancement matches. I like this. This is realistic. Very realistic. AWA ran a show with a women's title match as the main event. I don't think so. Only a 54 on that one. Where were they? They were in Las Vegas. And Flair over Jimmy Valiant at the studio show. Some of you wonder why it's like that, why it's programmed in the game. It's done that way so that the studio is automatically used for the show. That's why we run things like that. So, all right, that's going to do it for us here, everybody. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a message below. Check us out on social media, facebook.com/group/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Don't forget, we're also on Discord. And that is 1987 Supermod for Discord. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain freeze there. Make sure you check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network for just $5, everybody. Just $5. You will get access to all of our episodes early and YouTube ad-free. You'll also get access to version 10.1 of the Supermod. You will also get access to all of our spreadsheets, and there's so much more on there, everybody. Make sure you check it out today, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. And don't forget, we are also a part of Wrestling Fans International Association. You can become a fan, can become a part of WFIA. Check it out today at thewfia.org. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.